hype surround. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Neither fighter willing to slow down. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Good counter punching. Nice counter shot. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Straight right just misses. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Not sure if I'd be taunting right now. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You fight a swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance, because they will just stay in your face.
Left-handed jab doesn't quite score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Stay focused. That's one round. Listen, don't worry about it. Get that. Just keep him on the end of that jab. You're getting your timing already.
You let him back into the fight. You're much better than that.
Well, we just
beat on your ass,
and here we go again. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Perfect counter lands. Missing with that right hook. You don't want to trade shots. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. To put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. The straight right just misses. The straight right just misses. Nice counter. be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
You'd like to see more jabs. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. Nobody home with that hook. So much for boxing. This is a fight. And he scores with the counter. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. What would you tell? There's the bell for round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. And it's a one-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
That
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
At the halfway point, there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter. When are we going to see a jab from these two? When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. What an upset here as Alvarez goes down. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
Shot from the guard state.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are right.
Talk about Alvarez in that last round.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Breathe, dog. Beating him. Beating him. Lucky I don't get nobody better than Munguaí.
I'm missing.
Kick your ass.
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
Breathe, dog.
Now, come on. You're way better than that guy. You've let him back into the fight. You're not even in the same league as him. Come on, switch it up. Box it back together. Get back out there.
Here we go to the 4th round. And there's the bell to start the round. They ring the bell, and here we go. This is a high-octane battle. That counter shot lands. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Cole. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident. I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
The jab just got blocked. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.